Hey tech enthusiasts, Rich here, and we're standing at the precipice of a technological revolution. Quantum supremacy, neuromorphic AI, photonic computing, these aren't just buzzwords. Today we're diving deep into three bleeding-edge technologies, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. So buckle up, grab your thinking caps, and get ready to have your mind blown. Let's geek out! You've heard of quantum supremacy, right? Google's Sycamore chip making headlines? Well, that was just the opening act. The real revolution in quantum computing is happening right now, and it's all about error correction. See, qubits, those quirky bits of quantum information, are notoriously fragile. They lose their quantumness, their coherence, faster than you can say superposition. That's where IBM's Heron processor comes in. Using dynamic decoupling, they've extended qubit coherence times by a factor of 5. But hold on, it gets even crazier. Researchers are now exploring topological qubits, leveraging quasi-particles called non-abelian anyones. These anyones remember their paths, encoding information in a way that's inherently protected from decoherence. Imagine a quantum RAM that retains data even when powered off. Even today's noisy intermediate-scale quantum (NISQ) devices are already making waves. Case in point, FedEx. They're using a hybrid quantum classical algorithm for route optimization, slashing routing costs by 17%. Let's face it, Moore's law is showing its age. The future of computing isn't just about cramming more transistors onto a chip. It's about rethinking the fundamental architecture of how we process information. And that's where neuromorphic engineering comes in, building chips that mimic the human brain. Companies like Intel are leading the charge with chips like Loihi 2. These neuromorphic marvels ditch the traditional von Neumann architecture and instead use memory stores. Memory stores can store and process data in analog states, just like the synapses in your brain. The result, a staggering 99% reduction in energy consumption compared to traditional architectures. These neuromorphic chips are being used to train a new breed of artificial intelligence, spiking neural networks, or SNNs. Think about real-time applications like self-driving cars. We're talking about a future where machines can not only think, but also react and learn in real time, just like we do. Chapter 3. Photonic Computing, Light Speed or Bust. We've been talking about pushing the limits of computing, but there's one fundamental limit we haven't addressed: the speed of light. Electrons are fast, but light is the ultimate speed demon. Imagine a world where data travels on beams of light. Instead of transistors, we have optical transistors, tiny devices that can switch light on and off at speeds exceeding 200 gigahertz. And because photons are massless particles, they don't generate heat like electrons do. Wavelength division multiplexing allows us to transmit multiple channels of data on a single beam of light. Startups like Light Matter are building optical tensor cores that can perform 4-bit matrix multiplications at 10 petaflops per watt. Researchers are exploring ways to manipulate light at the nanoscale using plasmonic nanostructures. Building photonic computers requires us to rethink the entire manufacturing process. But challenges are just opportunities in disguise, right? So there you have it, a glimpse into the future of computing. Quantum leaps in processing power, AI that thinks like we do, and data traveling at the speed of light. These aren't just incremental upgrades. They're fundamental shifts in how we understand and interact with information. Host intensely. Will photonic chips make GPUs obsolete? Can neuromorphic AI outthink us? And what happens when quantum meets CRISPR? Let me know in the comments. Smash subscribe and stay tuned for our deep dive into post-silicon substrates. Until then, keep questioning the code.